Hello, I'm Scott, coming back at you. I got Bentley here, one of my dogs, and I got Carol Ann, she's at the other end, taking her spot.
We're Sergeant Dinders.
And then Sergeant Dinders. This is not Sergeant Dinders. This is Carol Ann. That's Sergeant Dinders. Oh.
Breathing tubes.
That's a never-ending battle right there. When the dogs get all crazy and start, I go and help them get up because, as you can see, Carol is a little thick in the middle.
Is that what we call it?
Well, she's fluffy.
Yeah.
She's fluffy and hey, she's
We gotta
my
be
girl.
PC.
You know.
We gotta be PC.
Okay. I'm sorry. I love my girls with a little fluff. So
Good.
Monday we had an eventful day.
Yep.
Went up to Ann Arbor to the VA center there.
To do the allergy test that I had put on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. That was good times. I kind of wish that she would have videoed it, you know, being done. You know, it was kind of better being ignorant, not knowing how they actually do the pricking and whatnot. So I could tell what was happening, you know, as it was happening, and all I could do was just sit there and try not to move and make it worse. But yeah, it's not a real pleasant. I mean, it's not horrible, but you know, it's not like I enjoy being pricked. What was it? Probably a good
A lot.
15, 20 times or more.
It was a lot. So
Quite a few.
the final results on that was
If it's green, I'm allergic.
if it grows outside,
Yeah.
not like the aloe plant or the
Yeah, it
plants
has
that
to
I have
be-
here.
It has to be a plant that, you know, has pollen. You know, a flowering plant of sorts. Good grief, you know.
He's allergic to all grasses, everything grass. He's allergic to.
I just found out from the neighbor over the weekend that the farmer's field, he started growing alfalfa in them. I didn't know that it was like a 3-year commitment. All they do is just mow it down, bale it up, send it on its way, you know? And it just keeps regenerating. Well, what is it, for that 3 years?
Yeah, it's
All
like
they do is just mow it down, just like what you do with your grass, except they bale up the clippings.
and that's when things get really weird here. We love our little trailer, as you can see. Anyway,
Is it perfect?
it's,
It works. It works.
it's very functional. We built this.
We built a lot of this. You know, does it still need more upgrades? Always. You know, just like any home.
Well, and we did a lot of this with reclaimed everything because we had no money when we moved here.
Yeah.
We had we had cash for the house,
Yeah.
and then we paid $1,000 for this, and then we just started collecting like wood and pallets, just anything that we could make a structure sound the way that we wanted it.
Yeah.
And we like our little cabin look.
You know, I really do. And you know, personally, I'm at home here, you know, truly.
I'm more at
Since-
home here than what I have been anywhere else.
You know, when my last, what I considered my home, where, you know, everything was kosher with the world, was back in Robinson, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved that little house. It was
A good little house.
It was a good little house. It, you know, neat little ranch style.
Yeah, just like my grandmother's house was
Yeah.
just a little house, and that was like the first place that I lived. So,
Yeah.
and now my mom owns it, and it's always home.
Yeah.
It's always comfortable, always calming.
The only problem is that when I go back by there, and I haven't done it in many years, but it's not the same, you know, obviously, because it doesn't have our touches to it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, that's fine. But anyway, as the allergies go, if it's green, I'm allergic to it.
If it's a tree,
I'm allergic to it.
if it's a grass,
Still allergic to it. Yeah.
Easter lilies, don't even.
Yeah, they actually were talking about giving me an EpiPen for the Easter lilies. And I told my wife that that's what I wanted on top of my casket was a whole boatload of Easter lilies because if I'm not dead at that point in time, trust me, you will know. I'll be all swelled up.
I'll be sneezing.
That would be an issue. Yeah.
Sneezing.
You know. And nobody needs to see the casket flip over because the deceased has sneezed. But no, it was interesting finding all that out. Come to find out, years ago, when my mom had me tested for allergies, and I knew I was allergic to them, you know, quite a bit back then. But
I'm not weird. My mom had me tested.
I was just a little weird. But they said I was allergic to cats. Well, you know, it wasn't a really bad, you know, type of thing, but I had gotten cats pretty much my whole adult life after I got out of the Marines, and I've always been around cats. This test went and proved that I am not allergic to cats.
Now dogs, on the other hand.
And taking that into consideration, go grab my shot. It's up there.
Yeah, sure.
They gave me some medication that I give once a month to myself in my thigh.
It's in the refrigerator.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's in the refrigerator where it should be. don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Yeah, don't worry about it. It should just stay there anyway. But they've given me a boatload of meds, as you could imagine. All else fails, you either get a booster shot, a vaccine, nasal sprays, nasal cleansing, which we did earlier, but
We showed a little video, but it is not on YouTube.
that was interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting. But I had my CT scan done actually during that appointment with the allergen doctor.
Yeah.
We went and took about a 20-minute break, ran upstairs to the 3rd floor. Trust me, I don't run, so we went upstairs, found where CT was. It was past the MRI.
Tell them about the one med that you're not going to be taking anymore.
Oh, now see, here I thought that I'm really starting to fall into a depression, and I really felt like it. It was bad.
And I kept on trying to talk to him.
I was taking naps during the day, sometimes 2 naps.
2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
And it was just, he wouldn't talk to me, he wouldn't, nothing. And then I was like, no, this can't continue.
Yeah,
Like this.
what's going on? What's your problem? And it was like, I went to bed even earlier than you did, I woke up way after you, and I'm dying to make it to 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
where I would normally take an hour nap or something.
you're right.
It's just,
He still likes his nap. Now, do not get him wrong. But since he stopped taking this, it's gradually started to come back where I can have him all day. And
it's gabapentin. Okay, gabapentin is used for neuropathy. Diabetics tend to end up with neuropathy, and it can be pretty painful. So you go and take the gabapentin. Well, I know why you don't have the pain in your legs anymore, because you're not awake.
now, does. And I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, no, not the Dempseys. However, because the VA is in Ann Arbor, in Michigan, he's been taking gummies. Has the gummies helped?
It has. It truly has, and you know what? People, we even talked to the nurses and even the doctors up there about taking them, and they're like, well, now mind you, we have to go off the record. And I was like, totally get it,
Because
We understand.
that's at the federal.
You got to do what you got to do, and if I'm, I had a close family member go and let me try a couple, and just to see if it would
Try
work.
before you buy.
Right. I'm leaving that alone. Yeah.
Could go wrong in so many different.
Yeah, it does. But
This is us. But yes, it that has actually really happened, and it's actually really helped him get the proper amount of sleep. Just you only need 7-8 hours. You don't need 16.
in a stretch.
Right, and
they had truly seen that when I had my appointment with the sleep study doctor. She was looking at my CPAP and looking at how much I was actually sleeping, because
yeah,
if I'm going to lay down, I'm putting on my CPAP, you know. I know that I stopped, what'd she say? It was like over 50 events
yeah,
in an hour.
yeah,
And then there was other spots where the machine had helped. Yeah, about like that. But I mean, so if I don't have it, I'm bringing down the house.
waking up neighbors.
Bentley, he'll bark.
Bentley starts barking. This is Bentley.
He runs all over the place.
Yeah, and he'll start pawing at him
Yeah, he will.
and wakes him up and everything. So they gave him like a boatload of masks, tubing, everything, so that he can be secure. But he's still having problems with the breathing at night. So they have to give him another sleep study.
And that's, what is that? That's coming up in June. Coming up in June. The middle of the month. Oh, shoot. I gotta,
Oh, a lot of things going on.
yeah, I do. I gotta figure out what day it is, because,
Yeah. We got to mark all that stuff down, and we usually do all that stuff like on the 1st. We get everything scheduled out. This is what we have coming up. This is what's been canceled, because they can do it within 24 hours.
And do.
And so, you know, you can wake up in the morning and find out that all those appointments that you had scheduled that day are done.
Yeah, they're wiped out.
So,
They did that with the month of May. You know, literally everything that I had scheduled for May was wiped out, canceled. Everything.
yeah, we don't know why, but
They were. The only thing that I could think of is that we did it earlier, you know, because what they did is they wiped out somebody else, or somebody had canceled and they just put us in.
started shuffling.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What else do we want to talk about here?
Mm-hmm.
Now, your appointment next week is what? Did we talk about that?
Appointment next week.
The one that you got a phone call
I got a.
this morning.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing it.
Oh yeah, that was with the social worker. Yeah. Yeah, I have a video appointment with her.
Okay. And what about the food pantries?
Now the food pantries, we've done a lot of footwork and trying to get things figured out, you know, and we had a good friend and an unknown friend that went over to the library here in Genoa and picked up food for us there.
That was Jenny
That was Jenny
Keckler.
Kessler. Well, I forget.
He's bad with names.
Jenny, you know. And they went over to Miller's and picked us up more of the perishable foods, you know, milk, eggs, you know, bread, beef, you know, and so, I mean, that was really cool. So if you are in the area and you have food, please drop it out there, you know, at the library. Canned foods.
We wanted to get back to the community, to everybody, so we were talking about after, of course, things kind of even out, of making a pantry just out here, because I mean we live within a community that have a lot of elderly people around here. If it snows a lot here, we're
snowed in.
Yeah, we're snowed in. And we flood all the time. Just normal everyday things. It's really hard out here. So we were gonna make a pantry and kind of stock it and put different things in there, you know, even if it's for a cereal bar for the kids that are going down to the school bus.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know, just to help to give back. So we are definitely talking to people and getting things together so that we can figure out a better way of helping this area, because this area is, we got one church once a month.
Yeah.
And
we thank God for that. They really hooked us up.
yeah,
Saturday. And that's at St. Paul's. Goes from what time to what time? 11:30?
oh, it's like 8 to 11:30
8 to 11:30.
once a month. So that's to me, that
They did a bang up job.
they
also.
did.
Oh,
They did, but it's just
once a month.
it's once a month. And
You know, we're fortunate in the fact that it's just us. You know, having the 4 kids, we wouldn't have made it at all. We would
No.
not have. So we were down to brass tacks.
yeah,
But it's okay, you know. As they say, God will supply all your needs. You know.
just gotta pray and keep on being thankful for what you do have. And what you do have may not be what you want, but he's gonna take care of you. You just have to be able to talk to people and not let your insecurities feel bad, because believe it or not, a lot of people are going through this right now. It is not just us.
No,
It is
no.
not just your neighbor or that crazy guy at the end of the street. It isn't just a select few. This can happen at any time, every day. Problem is that there isn't enough help.
Yeah.
To help people that are going through these things. My mom and dad aren't even retired.
My dog is staring at me.
Yeah. So where are we at?
We are in the best place that we have ever been. It usually happens, you know, when
God
things
knows.
get worse, you know, get when things get tough, you know, you just gotta you gotta go and just keep fighting.
Yeah.
And the best way to fight is together. You know, we've always been a team,
Yeah,
you know.
from day one.
Since the first day the MedCorps put us together back in, what was it, March of 2021? Shortly thereafter.
Was it 2020?
No, it was 2000.
Yeah, it was 2000. No,
You-
no, it was
Give me.
2000, I thought.
No. When I,
No, it was right after 2000. So
Yeah.
it would have been 2001.
yeah, it was 2001.
And
Come here.
we've just always done things together, and we laugh so much now,
Yeah,
and we talk all the time. We know each other's stories.
yeah.
What are you doing?
See, he has to be at the center of attention. Loves his mom. Coming for kisses. Yeah. Yeah.
I love you too. You want to talk to the camera right there?
Yeah. You want to tell him about your story? Huh? Yeah, you were a gift from Jenny. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause we were lost.
We lost Sophie.
No. We lost
Yeah, it was-
Dina.
Well, we lost.
We lost Darlin.
No, Darlin was. No, you're right.
No, that was after Darlin. A couple months after, or was it months or weeks? It wasn't long after.
It was days.
Yeah. And he has been Mama's right-hand man with,
He could have Gestapo.
yeah. He thinks he rules the place, and to some extent he does. Just ask the cat.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been thinking about doing something. I want to do more and think about it. See where we can go with it. You know, but everything takes time.
We do want to go and visit up north. We wanted to, you know, we just have a lot of things that we want to do now that we'll be together all the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think a lot of the fears and the stresses and everything that we were going through, we're going to continue to go through.
For a while longer.
Yeah.
You know, we have to have faith. You know,
It
all
will.
things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. Isn't that right? Yeah. Everything happened for a reason. We don't know why or what. But the purpose, let me go in on this. The purpose for this allergen test was to help prove my case. I know. What it basically does is it goes and proves that when I was exposed to the burn pits, now it has made my allergies even worse.
It exasperated him.
And now I've got the asthma, which I never had. I never knew that was a thing that
You can't.
you never hear of adults, coming down with asthma in their adulthood. I mean,
But it's a form of asthma. It's just a toxic lung.
yeah, that's the proper name for it is, it's a toxic exposure.
Now, we did get a piece of paper that kind of explained what the different categories are
Yeah.
of this. He's as high as they can get without saying that he's got cancer from it, because cancer can develop with this
Yeah.
all over. It's not just, oh, he's gonna get lung cancer now. No, it's all over.
Yeah.
It's in your brain, everything. So
Prostate.
yeah, prostate, and just the whole gamut.
Well, the other one, and this one kind of bothers me, is pancreatic.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we all know, there is
No fix.
no fix.
So
Never worked.
yeah, it can get better, but then it can get worse, and it can get it's never going to be better than here, unfortunately. So in doing this actually helps him with his deep breathing exercises, projecting his voice more to try to it isn't going to cure it. It's a therapy.
Right.
And
There is no cure for any of this. All I can do, just like anything, is just treat the symptoms as they pop up.
So we've been doing that because he hasn't been able to smell since he's come home. We are doing breathing or smelling. It's like smell training.
Sometimes I can smell things again, other things I can't. And I'll go and take my oxygen off so I can try to smell it.
Yeah.
Make it a cleaner.
And it's like, because a grape wouldn't smell like a grape to him. He wouldn't know what it smelled like, but if he keeps on smelling what a grape smells like, then his brain will finally, I don't have any idea if this works or anything, but I'm like, hey, smell this chocolate. He knows it's chocolate, but
I like my chocolate.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all that we've really been doing, and just kind of snoodling, and
Yeah.
I guess
He's yelling at the neighbor because the neighbor had walked by. Because he went to the mailboxes. The struggle's real. Basically, what he's doing is just saying hello.
So that's about all the update that we have. Scott's allergic to everything that grows outside. And we are doing, I think we're teetering on an emotional thing, like the emotional break.
Right.
We'll just call this the funny farm.
I know it will. I do. But yeah, they have a couple auto injectors that they are gonna start me on, and I'm just hoping that the first one works, and I don't have to go with the other ones too. Cause come on,
Right.
I understand it's only once a month, but
Yeah. You gotta
You know.
go. It's a decision between doing it here at home,
with an
him
auto
doing it
yeah,
by himself because he can, or going to a clinic once a month where they pop up and you go once a month and get this shot.
yeah.
I mean, we don't get it, but it's there.
Right. So, well, you guys, I hope that we caught you up and with everything that we have so far.
No word yet on the VA though about his pension or anything like that.
Yeah, they were waiting on the last couple of tests that I did on Monday. The allergy and the CT,
Yeah, so
lungs and sinuses.
yeah, because they had canceled so many of them because they had completed all of the tests and everything that they needed.
Yeah.
So just keep praying for us that it'll happen really quick, please. So thank you.
Goodbye for now.